They've been stopping development in KwaZulu-Natal. They've been stopping projects. They've been affecting our communities. And then we know how they operate. But we are not scared. We are ready for them. We are putting plans. And then once they start that violence, the police will come hard on them.
That's again, that was before July 2021. I think what is that? This is what it does. About what happens. So to me, nothing shocks. Because what didn't know what happens.
Bekimtolo. So Bekimtolo is an opponent of the MK party to an extent. He calls them, but I'm obviously paraphrasing. He calls them the construction mafias. So it's a party, according to him, it's a party that consists of construction mafias. So construction mafias are people who are called business forums, who he, like you heard, he calls them he says businesses who are not registered. So these businesses would be African people in particular, and those who do not conform to the market where you know the white-owned business or the white monopoly capital in terms of construction usually kicks them out because they may not qualify with certain things. So these people have formed themselves to be forums. They call them business forums, and so they have now been called construction mafias by the media in South Africa. I don't know where that comes from because they're called, but they're businessmen. They just don't cut the grades in terms of formalities concerned. So he calls them that. What is interesting about this is he says all of them are, and he gives his right, and he says he's not scared of them, and he will take them on. And I don't know if this is orchestration, but I will pitch it to MK people who I meet. Most of them, when I meet them, they don't want to come here, but they do tell me things, but they don't want to come here. And it's very difficult to talk on their behalf if they are here, because it will be some sort of a selfless allegation. But the majority of them, they would tell you they are not authorized to speak on behalf of the MK, but we'll keep trying. So this guy, Gulam always says they are thugs, they are looters, they destroyed. But he shows pictures of people who says they are MK, they are wearing MK, even if there's no evidence. But the MK people have come out to say this is not true. So for MK, I advise whenever such things comes to the fore, before people believe them, it's important for them to come so we can share this narrative where they could speak about it, so it protects them, because we don't want to be held to say, Mashian, why do you believe that guy? But you don't want to come forward to help us explain and to expose this guy. Well, Gulam has been told to produce more evidence, but be there as it may, listen to the rest of what other people are saying about MK. Thank you.
Features that are leading to that belief that there may be eruption of violence. But what we can say to the people of KwaZulu-Natal, we can assure them that the police got capacity. They will apprehend those who will do criminality, and they've demonstrated, at least in the past 3 months. I think now criminals in KZN, they know that the police, they don't play games.
What are those signs that you're seeing, sir?
You see, for example, the MK party, if I can put it that way, they've attracted some notorious characters. For example, the so-called construction mafias, not black entrepreneurs that do genuine business, but those who don't have a company, who don't do business, who just go with guns and stop projects. All of those people, they've now joined the MK party, and then they've been stopping their development in KwaZulu-Natal. They've been stopping projects. They've been affecting our communities, and then we know how they operate. But we are not scared. We are ready for them. We are putting plans, and then once they start that violence, the police will come hard on them.
Well, even more worrying for Mr. Mkhunu is that, or should I say, are the specific words that are used by a person who's become the face of this MK party, and that is former President Jacob Zuma. He says, former President Zuma's blaming of what he says, and I quote now, the Ramaphosa ANC for his decision to campaign for the MK party. He says this is designed to invite personal attacks against Ramaphosa. Do you agree with that? And might these concerns you have about the notorious characters also be channeled towards that?
I agree that the intention of Jacob Zuma is to achieve that eventuality. But unfortunately, I think the people of KwaZulu-Natal have grown to know these characters, and then they've grown to know that violence is no longer in their long-term sustainability. And I think in the majority, the people of KwaZulu-Natal, they just know that this is nonsense. They won't take it, and then we're receiving a lot of support. For example, to the meetings we're holding for all our structures in the weekend that interacted with around 50,000 of our cadres on the ground. People are agitated to defend not only the African National Congress, but they want to defend democracy, they want to defend peace. Because look, people of KwaZulu-Natal, they know a KwaZulu-Natal that is violent, they know a KwaZulu-Natal that is peaceful. They have chosen to live with a KwaZulu-Natal that is more peaceful than the KwaZulu-Natal that is violent.
Mr. Mtolo,